Well, greetings, folks. It's been a while since we've given you an update. We being Carolyn and me and the chickens and the dogs and the cats. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to spin around here. We're going to head on into the garden area. The tomatoes in bags, doing very, very well. In fact, a couple of them even, if I can get down close enough, even have a flower getting ready to pop into a tomato. And then we'll head right on to the end of the garden. Our fencing has worked very, very well. I think the deer have just looked at it and snorted and kept moving on. To our left is this is all kale, blue and green kale, along with red kale. It's just about ready to harvest. And coming on down this same area, these are Napa cabbages and just some rosemary, spinaches, the monster, or is that right, Carol? Monster spinach. And I think you can tell it's pretty good sized spinach leaves. And then right next to it is Rogue from 2 and 3 and 4 years ago, New Zealand spinach, a very, very hardy spinach variant that we thoroughly enjoy. And then this forest over here, 3 rows, are all potatoes. Lakotas and Pontiacs, Lakotas and Yukon Golds and Kennebec. 3 very, very nice potato blends. This is the best our potatoes have ever done. We've done a lot more elevated box growing this year. I think it's because of, well, knees. It's hard to get down on the ground. These elevated boxes make it really nice. Carolyn has harvested some of the little cherry bell radishes, just as cute as possible. And oh, they're so good, really good. Little marble peas growing and catching on to the fence. Peas all the way down. Now right here in the center, right there, these are daikon radishes, a Japanese blend or brand of radish that I'll be using in our kimchi. More peas, and finally wrapping it up. Oh, I don't know if we can see it or not, but 3 long rows of beets. Little beets plants have started all the way down, spinning around. Not too well yet, but wax beans, jade beans. Hopefully a bit more sun, we'll see some more of these guys pop. So going back the way of the potato forest, we'll just keep on moving. We've tried our best to make the walkways nice. And coming around, garlic. Hopefully in the next couple of months that garlic will be ready. Blueberries. The blueberries are beginning to, they're starting to cluster. Won't be long before we'll be fighting for blueberries with the birds. Cilantro patches are starting up. This was used, Carolyn used a circular seed packet and just scratched the surface of the dirt, set the packet down there, and they're popping up. Standard row of onions here. Now the sun's giving me a problem. I hope this is coming out. All the way down to long rows of onions. These green containers here will hold our tomatoes. Still a little bit early to put tomatoes out, but they say a good companion plant with tomatoes is to help deter insects, is basil. And Carolyn's put out some basil seeds. They've started to come up, and it won't be long. More, oh boy, look at that. More blueberries. My goodness gracious.
This is our original blueberry bush. Like about 4 or 5 years old.
4. That's good. Now down here on the end, love, this is oregano.
Oregano, 2 years old.
2-year-old oregano.
It came back up. Well, it's a perennial.
Didn't you pull this last year and then you put it back in?
I did. I moved it from one place to another. Yes.
Oops, didn't mean to shadow you guys there. Okay, more elevated boxes behind us here. Hope you don't get vertigo with all this spinning around. Endame beans. Not too many. Takes endames a long time. Strawberries. Again, the elevated boxes. Oh, these are really pretty here. Joy Loy, or Toy Joy. It's a
Toy Joy.
Chinese cabbage. Again, we'll use that in our kimchi. And beautiful onions.
This is a chard that tastes like spinach.
Onions again, more onions. Carrots are beginning to look real good. What do you have in your hand?
I just had to cut back the hyssop and the wild bergamot so that the other plants and teas could get.
Yeah, you see the forest of them over there.
I'll probably just tie them up and dry them, and we'll make tea out of it.
More strawberries in that final one.
Mm-hmm.
And on the corners, that's
borage.
Borage.
To keep them safe from bugs. Ooh, that's a bee that doesn't look too healthy. That's not good, is it?
No. Raspberry bush.
Oh, Mr. Bee, what's the matter?
And then junipers. Not junipers. Oh, phooey, I forgot the name.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. I got the J right.
Carolina jasmine.
Yeah, Carolina jasmine's coming up. And climbing. Another tomato over here. Little container zucchinis. Let one more come up, maybe. Then pull a couple. Leave the strongest. These are regular zucchinis, but they just don't go wild, and you get those nice green zucchinis. Just all over the place. Mint, wild bergamot, hyssop, chamomile. Oh, goodness gracious.
Look at this wild lettuce over here.
Just a second. Holy basil, or tulsi. We eat a lot of holy basil. Really enjoy it.
Those tall ones in the back are zinger hibiscus.
Zinger hibiscus. Again, once the flowers pop out, we'll dry them and use them and make teas. Lavender. And I think that should be about it. This is a long one. We apologize. But boy, I'll tell you, when there's so much to look at, how about one more swing around? The beans. A little bit better. See the beans better here. Still, that forest of potatoes is still there. And there's Carolyn, and we'll sign off. Take care, guys.